We've all been told humans appeared on Earth at a certain time, built civilizations, and slowly shaped history. But what if that story is only part of the truth? Archaeologists and historians are now uncovering artifacts and objects that predate the known existence of humanity by millions of years. And what's even more astonishing is that these items aren't random formations of nature. Someone or something crafted them with intention long before humans were supposed to exist. This points to two possibilities. Either humans walked the Earth far earlier than we've ever imagined, mastering skills and technology lost to time, or some other unknown intelligent beings once roamed this planet, leaving behind traces that still baffle us today. In this video, we reveal artifacts so mysterious, so out of place, they could make you question everything you thought you knew about history. Dorchester Pot. At first glance, the Dorchester Pot looks ordinary. Just a small iron pot, the kind you might find in any 19th century home. But what makes it extraordinary is where it was found. In 1852, workers digging in Massachusetts broke open a chunk of ancient rock, and inside it, perfectly sealed within solid stone, was this pot. Here's the mind-bending part. The rock it was trapped in is said to be 100 million years old. 100 million years humans didn't exist. Civilization didn't exist. Yet somehow, a human-made object was sitting inside rock older than the dinosaurs. Some called it a hoax. Others refused to believe it. Geologists studied the rock, showed no signs of tampering. Scientists examined the pot. It showed rust, wear, and signs of use. But how could it possibly be inside a formation created millions of years before humans could even walk the Earth? If the Dorchester Pot is real, it suggests something unimaginable. A civilization that predates all recorded history, or perhaps time itself, behaving in ways we don't yet understand. Even stranger, the rock around it was completely solid. No cracks, no seams, no forced entry. It's as if the pot had always been there, quietly waiting, hiding a secret that could rewrite everything we know about human history. Grooved spheres now travel to South Africa, where miners unearthed something that defies explanation. Tiny, metallic, perfectly spherical objects known as the grooved spheres. At first glance, they look like ordinary stones, but they're not. Each one carries grooves so precise, so perfectly carved around its equator, that even modern tools struggle to replicate them. And here's the staggering part. They were found in Precambrian rock, some dating back to 0.8 billion years. Billions of years older than nearly all known life on Earth. And yet, inside it are these perfectly formed metal spheres. Some are smaller than marbles, others as large as golf balls. All smooth, symmetrical, and impossibly crafted. Scientists have tried to recreate them using heat and pressure, but nothing comes close. The precision, the balance, even the composition of the metal, it all suggests an intelligence far beyond what should have existed then. How could anyone have made them, and for what purpose? To this day, no one knows. And that S, what makes the grooved spheres one of the most haunting mysteries ever pulled from the Earth. Kensington Runestone, Minnesota, 1898. A farmer uncovers a heavy slab of gray stone covered in strange ancient runes. This was the Kensington Runestone, and its message shocked the world. The carvings tell of Viking explorers traveling deep into North America centuries before Columbus ever set sail. If true, it would mean the Vikings reached the heart of the American continent long before anyone believed possible. The runes themselves are accurate, matching 14th century Norse language and symbols. They even reference rivers, directions, and expedition details that no one in the 1800s could have known. How could a simple farmer in Minnesota carve something so historically and linguistically precise? And then there's the location deep inland, far from any known Viking settlements. No ships, no artifacts, no evidence. Just this one stone whispering a story that history refuses to accept. The mystery remains. Is it an elaborate hoax or proof of a forgotten journey that changed everything? Viking Sunstone? The Viking Sunstone? A small transparent crystal that at first glance looks ordinary? But this little piece of rock might be the reason Vikings conquered the open ocean long before the magnetic compass was ever invented. Modern experiments have proven that certain crystals can detect the position of the sun, even when it's hidden by clouds or fog. That means Vikings could have used them to navigate during storms, steering across thousands of miles of open sea with astonishing accuracy. Fragments of these crystals have been found far from expected Viking routes, suggesting they may have guided explorers across the North Atlantic long before anyone believed they could. And yet, the knowledge of how to use them vanished. No written records, no surviving instructions, just fragments of a technology that once gave them mastery over the seas. A level of sophistication that historians never imagined for the Viking Age. Ulfberht Sword, among the many weapons of the Viking Age, one stands apart. The Ulfberht Sword, a blade so advanced, so impossibly crafted for its time, that for centuries it was considered a myth. Forged between the 9th and 11th centuries, each blade was inscribed with a single word, Ulfberht. But when modern metallurgists tested these swords, they were stunned. The steel was nearly pure, with a carbon content and strength comparable to modern industrial steel. This type of metalworking wasn't supposed to exist for another 800 years. To achieve that level of purity, the smiths would have needed to heat iron to temperatures of almost 3000 F, something the furnaces of that era simply couldn't reach. And yet, someone did it. Each Ulfberht was balanced, flexible, and almost indestructible. A weapon centuries ahead of its time. Whoever forged them possessed knowledge lost to the world for generations. Some believe the technique came from the East through trade along forgotten routes. Others whisper that the Ulfberhts were relics of a vanished order of mastersmiths guarding secrets humanity was unmeant to keep. On the island of Crete in 1908, archaeologists uncovered a find that has baffled historians for over a century. It's a small clay circle, roughly the size of a modern CD. Yet, it's covered in 242 mysterious symbols arranged in a perfect spiral. Each symbol is unique. Some resembling humans, animals, tools, or abstract signs, but here's the kicker. No one has ever seen anything like it anywhere else in the world. The symbols weren't carved. They were impressed into the clay, almost like an ancient form of printing. Imagine that over 3,700 years ago, someone used a technique centuries ahead of its time. Scholars have tried for decades to decode it. Is it a prayer, a story, a calendar, or a secret message? Every theory opens new questions. The disc seems to hint at a civilization far more advanced than we thought. And the disc itself, it survives perfectly intact, almost as if it were meant to outlast time itself, holding secrets we may never fully understand. If you are watching this video, please subscribe our channel Epoch.